Welcome to episode 62 of Black, White, and Red All Over. This guy,
Ryan.
And I'm Victor. If we sing through the whole episode, that would get weird. That would get weird, wouldn't it?
I was about to get into like a trap in the
Were
closet.
you really? And I read this new book and why are you looking?
God damn! If you haven't seen R. Kelly's magnum opus, Trapped in the Closet, you suck.
Right.
Just you're on the computer right now.
Right.
You're on YouTube.
Like, go, like bring that up.
Go. We'll
Dual
wait for
screen
you.
it. It's fine. You know, bring up another window. Watch that concurrently. In fact, if you play it backwards, like if you do the Wizard of Oz and you play what's that album?
Dark Side of the Moon.
There we go. If you play that backwards, if you play Trapped in the Closet backwards, you're just weird.
There's a midget. he's a stripper.
It's true.
There's the diner scene where the dude finds his ex-girl.
God, you're like in episode 48 at this point. Like,
I've watched it multiple
have
times.
you really?
Yeah, because it's awesome. It is seriously. It is like the Citizen Kane of movies.
You think you know a guy, okay? 62 episodes. I'm just now finding out how trapped in the closet Ryan has been. That is incredible.
Yeah.
We will talk about this. We will. We must.
I love
yes.
that movie.
Shout out. Shout out. I think I stopped at like episode 12. I was
Dude,
done.
you got to power through. You got to power through.
That's fair. I mean, it was a soap opera. Okay, speaking of soap operas, we read some serious books this week that go some places. We've got, it's kind of Marvel heavy.
Yeah.
With a fun favorite thrown in there. Where do you want to start, man? I know,
That's
right?
a toughie.
The poop.
Because we got Secret Wars,
Right.
which leads us into kind of in a weird way into Spider-Gwen.
I think we should do that one. Let's start with Secret Wars.
Okay.
I think that works. Okay, so Secret Wars #1 comes out. Do you think like there was any sort of planning to have Secret Wars start like in the midst of Convergence? Did they do that?
I don't know. It's because it's similar kind of.
It is very similar.
concept.
It's super similar. They were in the same meetings. Somebody was running across the halls back and forth. It was like, yeah, we're going to do, okay, yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah. God, I don't know. I would hope not. I mean, it's executed really, really, really well.
It is.
Like, it's better than Convergence.
I mean, I hate to say that. It is, though. I did feel like it's, like, be prepared. Like, you have to have some thinking caps on.
Yeah.
Because it's Hickman.
Yeah.
Hickman doesn't play, y'all.
Yeah.
Like, y'all should know this by now.
Yeah, Hickman writes as if his audience is as smart as he is.
Right. And that's his goal.
Yeah.
Like, it's not quite Grant Morrison lofty.
Yeah.
But it touches.
Yeah.
I mean, he's scraping it.
If he jumps,
He's there.
Yeah,
He like,
he
gets
can
high
get
five
the
Grant.
rim.
He's
He can
like,
get the rim.
bam, and he holds it, and then drips down. What? And it's like magic. So there are, like, so everything that leads up to this, the different incursions
Yeah.
that have been the focal point of Avengers.
yeah,
Now we're to the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
it. I'm excited about it.
it's epic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you actually feel like something is happening.
Yes, because this is like, I mean, at the end of this first issue, things are changed.
Yes.
There is no going back. It is like,
Yeah.
this is where it is. It's not like, oh, we're going to sweep in and it never happened. No.
No.
Both the 616 and the Ultimate Universe, this is it. You know, this is no holds barred.
Yeah, the multiverses are collapsing.
Right.
There's roughly only two-ish left, and they are merging.
Right.
And it's like both universes, they think their best bet is to actively destroy the other.
Right.
And then that way they'll survive. But there's a couple characters that know that's not.
That's not a good plan.
Yeah.
That's not a good plan. And I mean, it sets up like quite a bit, man.
Yeah. I like how the Beyonder fits in.
Yes.
That-
That's huge.
Yeah.
Huge. I feel like they did a really good job of keeping the characterizations of both universes very well separated.
It's very distinct.
You know exactly which version of which character is talking and
Yeah.
how they're reacting and doing X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
It was really good. Really, really good.
One of the things in the middle of that
Yes.
because we hated on the final issue of Fantastic
Yes,
Four.
we did. Yes, we did.
Why wouldn't that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, you are 100% correct.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't we end the series on that?
Yeah, yeah, because there's this moment with the 616 first family, and it's just Stretch being into this situation. Where I can't even.
Yeah. You don't want to.
Yeah.
You don't want to go there. But again, you are a bajillion% correct. Why did they not end the series there?
Yeah, because then you've got your tie-in to Secret Wars,
Which is perfect. And then there's no question. Like if that moment had happened in 6:45 last week, we wouldn't have the idea that they stopped this because of Fox.
Yeah.
It's like nope.
No, it's an integral part of the story.
Yeah, like that. Bueno.
Yeah.
Bueno. You didn't do it, no bueno.
Yeah, no
Sorry.
bueno.
Yeah.
Bueno
It's
Hickman, not Bueno Robinson.
Yeah,
No
sorry.
bueno. Dis bueno.
Cinco de Bueno.
Cinco de Bueno! Yay! Because it's Cinco de Mayo today. Yeah, we're filming a day early. Y'all know that. Y'all know how we get down. We on Tuesday, son. So you were saying earlier that in the aftermath of Civil War, you would adore it.
I would love it.
You would sign on, be an apostle of.
Yeah.
If Spider-Gwen was the legitimate
Yeah.
timeline.
Because it's so good. Jason Latour is killing it.
It is amazing.
Because it's familiar, but it's radically different. It's fun.
Yeah, yeah. He's nailed the voice like right out the gate.
Yeah.
And again, in that weird sort of way where, again, people that make movies, you don't even have to go into the origin.
Yeah.
Because he's not. Like,
Yeah.
he still isn't even really like,
Yeah,
this is what happened, blah, 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 blah. No.
We're 100 issues in.
Like, basically.
Yeah, I want to go find these back issues.
Right. And they don't even exist.
Yeah.
But I'm there. I am there. Oh, my God. There's moments that the conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a conversation between Gwen and
A person?
Yes, somebody that's potentially very close to her. Wow.
Yeah. That was heavy.
Yeah.
That was heavy. And one of the best, sort of like, it's that telling situation, like they don't know, but then they know.
Yeah.
And it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's the thing that needs to be said. They just don't know that you need to hear it.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Yeah. Because
Brilliant.
it was from the heart, and it just happened to be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh.
It's so good. The art is still lively and brilliant.
Yeah.
I hope that they never change any aspect of this creative
Yeah.
team. If you do, just stop the book. Just stop.
Yeah, because right now it is firing on all cylinders. I wish more comics were like it because it is just that good.
It is. It is. I mean, and we're talking like this was suggested to us by a male reader, despite the fact that it features a prominently female cast.
Yeah.
Still done expertly well.
Yeah.
Like, oh God, this one is kind of like, I could see getting people to read comics because of this.
Yeah.
Like, definitely we're like, oh, what comics? I don't like it. And just kind of slide that to him. And 15 minutes later, like, hey,
These cheeseburgers.
you got any more of those Spider-Gwens, baby? You got any more of those?
I wish they would have done, because they did.
Shelby's laughing.
Yeah.
Shelby, you're supposed to be our rock, man. You can't laugh. You laugh, we laugh.
Yeah. Man. But like I get, like Marvel did the Secret Wars freebie for
Right.
Free Comic Book Day,
Right.
and I get they needed to do an Avengers one because the Avengers being out.
Right.
I wish they'd have done.
Should've snuck that one in. Yeah.
Instead of doing Inhumans in the back half of the Avengers,
Give us that.
yeah, give us Spider-Man.
Yeah, that would have been sweet. That would have been,
Yeah.
oh, too sweet. Too sweet.
Yeah.
Brilliant series so far. I mean, I can't even say, like, there's not even the notion that, like, one issue is better than the other one because it does just create this very nice layer of a narrative. So
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. And then there's Jupiter Circle #2. And, like, we
Heavy.
you know, we have gushed. We have gushed over Mark
Yeah.
before. And he proves it. Like, this isn't just like random lip service. This is like he tells stories, man.
Yeah.
And we already, like, we kind of talked about in Comic Town Hall, which you need to be watching or listening to, technically.
It's our podcast. Usually gets posted Thursdays.
Get on that.
It's brilliant. We don't worry about spoilers because by that point you've
You
already
should have
read
read
stuff.
it. You should have read it.
And I'm allowed to swear.
Yes! He's so excited about that.
I'm Irish Catholic. I live for that.
He lives for it. But we talked about the undercurrent political and social commentary
Yes.
that Jupiter Circle has. I mean, we set up this lovely sort of immediate crisis.
Yeah.
And what I adore is we've kind of settled that aspect here.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah.
But it's like the immediate issue is addressed.
Yeah.
But then there's threads for where this is going to go further.
Very much so. Very much so.
I am so excited.
Yeah,
Like,
like that one look and that one question. It's like I think it's 6 words in that question.
yeah.
And that just that's seeing the crack.
Just
yeah. Just fantastic.
So good, so good. If you guys follow us on Twitter, and we hope that you do, Ryan did ask a question of Mark for clarification. And if you read this book, we definitely want to hear your thoughts on what you think it is as well. So definitely let us know.
Yeah.
That's important. Irish Rye 39, and I'm at Vantage InHouse. So these are the things.
And when you read Jupiter's Circle 2, you'll know. You will get to that sequence, and you'll be like, oh yeah, that's
a good question.
Yeah, that's
a good question.
Clearly the Venus flytrap.
Or
the reverse dump truck.
Reverse. You got to remember the reverse. You can't just dump truck. It's got to be reverse.
Yeah.
Remember that. These are legit questions. Now, spoiler, not spoiler, right? Mark is a phenomenal talent at sampling himself.
Yes.
And he does so.
And I'm mad that I didn't catch it.
You didn't see that one. Now you know what issue I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Because like he's done these wonderful things where it's brilliant, where you see someone who had a great idea for the mainstream market and is like, yeah, but I'm not done.
Yeah.
And I want to bring it back in some sort of kind of way, and he does. And I think that's fun. Like it's really cool. It's almost like if Puff Daddy sampled himself. Yeah, go ahead. Live in that timeline. Go ahead. Okay,
oh my God,
back.
the meta.
So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like if he sampled a sample of his sample, like what? But that's like Mark does it, and it ends up becoming something fresh and interesting. And I almost feel like it's a shout out to his long-term fans.
Yeah.
So like only if you're like a day one Mark Millar fan, do you even know that he did this?
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, I caught it because number one, it comes from my favoriteest issue of JLA. Like I'm gonna put that on you. Like I don't even know if you have any back issues of it.
Not during that time period, I don't think.
Okay, well, I'm gonna challenge people to find out what issue of JLA this homages. Can we
did we talk about it in the podcast?
I think we did. So they'll know by Thursday.
Yeah, they'll know by Thursday. If you can get us the answer, tweet it at IrishRye39 or at Vantage InHouse before Thursday at noon.
Okay, that sounds good.
I'll give you a $50 gift certificate.
Whoa, seriously?
Nobody's going to get it. I mean, you have to.
I mean, you do have to.
Yeah.
You do have to.
Yeah. So it is a $50 gift certificate on the line if you can figure it out.
I'm impressed. Dang it! I wish like I should go back in time and like unsay it, and so that way I can read it and I can get the $50. Dang it!
It stumped me,
dude.
And like I read a lot of comics. That's
true.
Like my
that's
job.
True. That's true. I mean, it is.
So,
it is your thing.
Yeah.
It's. I mean,
it's known quantity.
You're the mayor of Comic Town. You kind of have to. It's kind of part and parcel.
It's just because I check in on Foursquare all the time.
Well, whatever. You know. Yes, I'm the mayor. That's a wonderful book, though. Like seriously. In the context of the Jupiter's Legacy storyline, it's brilliant because it's a very different story.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah,
it's not. Oh God, I don't even know how to describe it. Just the stressors that the character is under. Like I can't imagine as a family member looking through that window.
Right. And being like, wait, what? And you're like,
yeah,
it's me. You know. And it's brilliant because they're two separate entities, despite the fact that they're so very connected.
Yeah,
very, very connected, but very, very different. Get it? Period. Like, there's no two ways about that. You need that book because you do. I would definitely say that this week is probably one of the hardest weeks to pick a solid winner.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's
like I think, not to even like take the piss, but they all are winners because they do different things.
Yeah.
Vastly different things. Like this one carries the story to a nice little completion without, cutting off all its legs.
Yeah. In fact, I think it's now more interesting because it makes me now question what was happening in Jupiter's Legacy. Yeah, like
it makes you go back to look at another series, which is brilliant. Spider-Gwen wins because that's where we wish we were. I want to go to there.
It reminds me of when I was a kid and like first, instead of just like, oh, like Spider-Man's cool, but like understanding what I'm reading.
Right.
And I love that.
That's, And then Secret Wars, man, for setting up a just classic sort of crossover event that feels like it matters. That's solid.
Which is not the norm anymore.
Right, right. It's usually like, let's get money.
40 books in your pull list.
Right. Sadness. Yeah. Now, we do have some honorable mentions.
Yes.
What you got, sir?
I've got Nailbiter.
You've been
12.
holding on to that one, man.
It's dark, it's serial killery. I love it. Josh Williamson is still just killing it.
Good? Okay, okay.
There's a serial killer that kills clowns.
We call those vigilantes. Where I'm from.
Speaking of, no spoilers, because I'm not going to show you guys.
No spoilers, no spoilers.
Speaking of vigilantes.
Get out.
Yeah.
That is dope.
Yeah.
All right. That's kind of cool. That just threw me all the way off. I picked up Hulk. I grabbed the Marvel preview stuff, and they were kind of showcasing some different things, and I want to say that there was some Hulk stuff. I don't think it's from this issue, but maybe a later one that they were showcasing, and I didn't realize that Mark Bagley was doing the artwork.
Yeah.
That dude is like a Marvel mainstay. Like, I think, like, you go, like, John Romita Jr., Mark Bagley. Like, you can't not include him.
They're consistent. They're quality. It could be a generational thing. At some point, people are going to look back and say, like, "Oh, remember when Spider-Man was Mark Bagley?"
Yes, like, and his art style is something that is so recognizable, but classic all at the same time. Like, he's got energy. Like, I think he's like the perfect blend of the '90s dynamicisms and then the classic storytelling of the '70s and the '60s. So, yes, awesome. I'm picking this up. I mean, this is like part. I don't even know.
I think it's almost the tail end of
I think it is. It's the Hulk chapter 12, so it's pretty far in. But, I mean, easy read because they do their job well. I dug it, actually. In the light of Age of Ultron, where I'm feeling some feels about Hulk, this was a good book. This was a good one to pick up. So I definitely like this one. It gives some very interesting thought processes to the big green guy and what his psyche is like. And you think after a character has been around for as long as he has, oh, they've done everything. No.
He's big, he's green, he smashes.
No, they go a little more interesting on that one. There is a fun little backup feature that is, I was about to try to warn you before you got there, but I couldn't. I'm sorry. Just as you were showing me the last page, there you go. How's that for a last page? Ta-da! Yes! Yes!
There's bananas in those hammocks.
He's not lying.
No,
he's not lying.
I'm not.
So, I mean, this was a good week, man. It was solid. Way to follow up Free Comic Book Day with some really solid content.
Good stuff.
Yeah, like they could have, just been like, man, we gave you away the free stuff. We're tired. They came out strong. Oh, maybe that's the Secret War thing. That's genius. Conversion started too soon. They did Free Comic Book Day, and then they have this big event. Genius. I see you, Marvel. I see you. Huge movie. Free Comic Book Day, major event. I might not like everything that you do, but when I like it, it's because you did it good.
Also lines from an R. Kelly
Hey guys, did you love today's episode? We know you did. And you should be subscribing right here. Subscribe. Subscribe to our YouTube. Do it. Do it now. Yeah.
I'll find you.